So how does one go from Canisius to Jamestown, New York? You've probably been here before, haven't you?
So I've never been here.
Really?
This first time in Jamestown, New York is when I came down here to start the season. I'd actually never been to Buffalo before I went to Canisius either.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ellenville, New York, which is an hour and a half north of New York City. Okay. Small town though, in between Albany and New York City, kind of right in the smack in the middle of it. But I had never been here before that, and it's good.
So how does one find himself from that small town to Canisius and Buffalo? I mean, what was the draw there?
So I had been narrowing my schools down, probably between like 3 or 4 different schools. And when I went up to Canisius, I just absolutely loved the coaches, the facilities, the program that they have up there. And when it came down to it, I was like, you know what, that's where I see myself.
And did they know kind of when you came there as a position player, or did you know it?
So I went in there as just a pitcher.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I attacked the whole college recruiting process. I would have loved to play the outfield. That's what I played in high school, in college, but I knew that my projectability would work the best on the mound, opposed to that.
So high school, had you always been a pitcher? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, I have always been a pitcher, but I also did love playing the outfield, and I used to bat 3-4 in the lineup in high school.
Yeah, so one of those superstars, yeah. Because that's usually did you have number 7? What number was what was your number?
I was 22.
22?
Yeah, my best friend and me always fought over 15 growing up, and I was a pitcher, and Clayton Kershaw was a great left-handed pitcher, so I was like, you know what, I'll take 22. Same number as him.
Why 15? Was that a team?
Well, actually, it's kind of a funny story. So when I was in 7th grade, I was asked to play JV soccer, and JV soccer and varsity soccer, they share uniforms.
Yeah.
And they pick the uniforms in oldest to youngest, so I was all the way at the bottom. And it's 1 through 50, and there's probably like 45 guys,
yeah,
so there's only going to be like 5 or 6 numbers left when it's my turn, because I'm literally the last guy. And 15 was like the only number I was like, you know, I could see myself wearing this number. So I was like, screw it, I'll take 15. So I got 15 then, and then I tried to get it for all my other sports. Me and my buddy argued in baseball. It wasn't a big argument. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll take 22.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I took that. And then I'm wearing 28 now, and that's my number up at school as well.
Canisius, how did you get here? I mean, did Jordan recruit you? How did that work?
So I actually, one of my assistant coaches asked me, like, what do you want to do next summer? Do you want to kind of stay home and play, or do you want to go away and play? I was like, you know what, I'm not opposed to going away to play, but also, like, it'd be nice to be home. So I asked him, I was like, do you mind reaching out to, well, he asked me first, what league do you want to kind of be in? I was like, I kind of want to be in the Perfect Game League. And there's a team that's pretty close to me, the Saugerties Stallions. So I asked him, I was like, do you think I could maybe get onto that team? And he started reaching out and stuff like that, and he was like, well, they're not really recruiting people right now. So he was like, do you mind going away from home, or do you have to be there? I was like, truthfully, I just want to be where I'm wanted, and if you have a spot for me that they're going to want me and they're going to take me in, then I'd love to go there. So then he goes, how about Jamestown? I was like, never been there. And he goes, well, let me give you his information. Talked to him a little bit. I had a couple phone calls with Jordan. It sounded like a great experience, and I was like, you know what, I'm in. I'm not going to wait around for another team to figure their stuff out. I'm just going to go. So I'm glad that I made that decision.
What's been the experience like?
Coming in here at first, I didn't really know how it was going to be. I was kind of not worried, but I was like, I don't know anybody. It's not like college where people reach out to each other early and they're starting to figure things out. When you got here and I met somebody for the first time, that is the first time I ever talked to them. And it was honestly a great experience. The first day I got here, I met 2 people. We went out for lunch. I met another person. We went out and got groceries. You just learn how to, you were living with each other. We're all living with each other, so you have to find a way to just, I don't know, acclimate to each other. And it worked really, really well. People kind of trickled in. Nobody came in all at the same time, so it was really nice. You get to meet a couple people here, a couple people there. It wasn't like you meet everybody. I don't know his name. I don't know his name. I don't know his name. You met someone, you met someone, you met someone. It was a really good experience, and then now we're all gelling pretty well. And I think that first road trip where we played, was it 4 or 5 games on the road? That helped a lot. We were just all together, playing baseball games, winning baseball games.
Yeah.
When you win, things start to go pretty well within the group, so it was definitely a good experience.
Well, even a very first game in Newark, which you guys came from way back to win that game.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. I feel like we all had like pretty high expectations going into that game. We thought that we were going to be a pretty good team, and we knew it. But we started off, and things were just not going our way, and we kind of got a little worried a little bit at the beginning, but we pulled it through.
Yeah.
It was a good team win there.
That was a good team win. And of course, everybody talks about the Geneva game. Do you have your own experience in that?
Yeah, I mean, I truthfully feel for the other team a little bit. They kind of just handed that one to us. But there's something about this place that just makes us want to win baseball games, and there's been some pretty magical things that have happened this year, and that's just ones to add to the list right there.
Yeah, that's one for the record book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In a rotation, the usage, you work principally with Barry?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, he's worked with me a lot, going in between outings and stuff like that, and just helping me tweak a couple little things that I want to adjust. And he's been a really great guy. He's like, if you want to use it, use it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm going to give you some advice, and if you want to take it, and then keep going moving forward. And he's done a really good job, and I enjoyed playing for him.
The pitches, are they basically called by the catcher and you? I mean,
So, Barry Powell does call the pitches. Coach Powell does. If he also tells me if you want to shake it off, shake it off. You're not locked into that pitch. You're not locked in the specific spot, whatever it is. If you have some feel and you want to kind of call your game a little bit, yes, but I'm going to give you kind of like the groundwork for it.
Okay.
And there's a lot of times where I probably call him off a couple times when I'm out there, but for the most part, I trust him and I'm going to throw the pitch to the spot. But if it's a situation, then maybe I'll call him off. But he's done a great job, and I haven't really had to do that too much.
Do you miss batting?
Oh, I do. I miss that part of it. I miss that, but I also don't miss pitching a game and then going playing in the outfield for 4 more games that week. That's what I don't miss. I like the feeling of a fresh arm out there on the mound and not having to worry about throwing guys out in the outfield.
Yeah. Canisius baseball. That's where you'll go back now?
Yep.
What do you major in?
Sports management.
Sports management?
Yeah.
Is that a robust program?
It's not too bad. The head of the program, he's a really great guy, and I had a really good first year up there.
Yeah.
I'm excited to keep going in the program.
All things being equal, would you like to come back?
I would like to come back. I've actually talked to a couple people up at school, a couple of my roommates who are playing in a couple different leagues, and they haven't had the best experience. And they said to me, they go, would you go back to Jamestown? I said, of course I'd come back here. Would I like to move up to maybe a different league
Sure.
in another year or two? Yeah, I would love to do that. But I also told them, I said, if you get the opportunity to come here, I said, do not pass it up.
Yeah.
It's a great experience.
So you become a recruiter.
I have a little bit. I've already put the good word out.
So what's the question I should be asking you?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I've got a little crazy story.
Okay, sure.
So I had a pretty good fall up at school. So if you don't know, I redshirted this year at Canisius.
Oh.
It wasn't a ability thing. It was a medical redshirt. So I tore my ACL in December, and I had surgery in January. And on the date of surgery, so I had to call Bays, tell him, I said, hey, listen, I hurt myself, I'm having surgery, da-da-da-da. He's like, oh no, like, are you going to be okay for the summer? I'm not too sure. The timeline's kind of sketchy at that point. You don't really know how it's going to pan out at the end. And on the day of surgery, January 6th, my surgeon told my mom, he was like, yeah, he's not playing summer ball this summer. So I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm not playing summer ball. Okay. I'm obviously not playing school ball at that point because that's way too early. And I just started hitting rehab head on. And I was at a point where I was in rehab at school in the training room 25 straight days. I go see my doctor 4.5 months after surgery, and he goes, wow, do you want to play summer ball? And I go, yeah, I want to play summer ball. That was my goal all throughout rehab, was just to get here this summer and just get back on the field. So it was kind of a really, really good feeling out in Newark. That first game of the year when I got to pitch there, it was kind of surreal. I was like, what am I doing? I'm on a field. I haven't been able to do this in such a long time. But I'm super glad that I tackled rehab head on and I got here. So
That's a
it's pretty
terrific
good.
story.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Terrific. Got a Jordan Brazil story you want to tell me?
Oh, he's a good bowler. He's a really good bowler. He took us out bowling one time, and It's competitive. I like it. It's good stuff. It's all good stuff. He's done a great job with us here. I mean, managing the team, all the different personalities. I mean, there's not too many crazy things, but he's just done a great job. Great job.
Are you, from the fan standpoint, they see the small ball that you're playing, bunt here, move, steal, delayed steal, double steals, suicide squeeze, all that stuff. That's, I assume, probably not normal play.
So the way we kind of look at it, I think, is we're like a scrappy team that just wants to win a game.
Yeah.
There's other teams in this league that we don't think that are willing to necessarily do that because they want to win a game a different way and hit the ball far and whatnot, which is fun. It's cool. It's awesome. But like when it comes down to it, to win a baseball game, sometimes you need to sacrifice here, sacrifice there, and realize that you're a team and you're trying to win a baseball game.
Yeah.
And that's what we've all realized, is that we want to win baseball games. We didn't come here to lose. So we're going to do all that we can. And we've all bought into that.
Well, it's clear. Now, are there within the team kind of a couple of rah-rah guys who are the Energizer Bunnies?
I think Johnny Campus is one of those, obviously. He's the big I love this team guy, and that always gets us riled up. And he's always a good time, so he's definitely the one that stands out the most.
Well, this has been great.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming
you're
in.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good luck for the rest of the season. I'm
Appreciate
sure
it.
you gotta do well, but most importantly tonight, man. Softball.
Oh yeah. We got to get another win tonight.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You.